first attempt at an ASMR video. It's kind of weird. I don't really know where to look. Do I look at the camera? I'm just gonna look at my computer. But, I hope you guys are doing well. Always, of course. Hope you're always doing well. But I thought, for today's first video, I can read some pages out of my book by a philosopher. His name is Neville Goddard. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's awesome. And he has a lot of good things to say, and I thought it was really relaxing to listen to. Or, when I was reading it, it was really relaxing. So I thought it would be relaxing for you to listen to me read some passages from the book. So let me just grab it really quick. So this is the book. There's about 10 mini books in here by Neville. He talks a lot about deciphering the Bible in different ways. It's not a religious book, I think a lot of people view the Bible as a very literal piece of literature. Literal literature. But in reality, at least in my opinion, I think the Bible is just it's a story that is describing deeper subjects than what it literally is talking about. So let me just pop open the book. I just lost my page. Damn it. That's okay. Oh, we can just start at the beginning. Okay. The first page, at your command. Can man decree a thing and have it come to pass? Most decidedly he can. Man has always decreed that which has appeared in his world, and is today decreeing that which is appearing in his world, and shall continue to do so, as long as man is conscious of being man. Not one thing has ever appeared in man's world, but what man decreed that it should. This you may deny, but try as you will, you cannot disprove it. For it is decreeing is based upon a changeless principle. For this decreeing is based upon a changeless principle. Sorry. You do not command things to appear by your words or loud affirmations. Such vain repetition is more often than not confirmation of the opposite. Decreeing is ever done in consciousness. That is, every man is conscious of being that which he has decreed himself to be. The dumb man, without using words, is conscious of being dumb. This was written a while ago, so dumb it sounds bad, but it makes sense in the context. Therefore, he is decreeing himself to be dumb. When the Bible is read in this light, you will find it to be the greatest scientific book ever written. Instead of looking upon the Bible as the historical record of an ancient civilization, or the biography of the unusual life of Jesus, see it as a great psychological drama taking place in the consciousness of man. Claim it as your own, and you will suddenly transform your world from the barren deserts of Egypt to the promised land of Canaan. Everyone will agree with the statement that all things were made by God, and without him there is nothing made that is made. But what man does not agree upon is the identity of God. All the churches and priesthoods of the world disagree as to the identity and true nature of God. The Bible proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that Moses and the prophets were in 100% accord as to the identity and nature of God, and Jesus' life and teachings are in agreement with the findings of the prophets of old. Isaiah declared, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. The awareness of being as God is stated in hundreds of times in the New Testament. To name but a few, I am the shepherd. I am the door. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. And again, whom do you say that I am? It is not stated, I, Jesus, am the door. I, Jesus, am the way. Nor is it said, whom do you say that I, Jesus, am? It is clearly stated, I am the way. The awareness of being is the door through which the manifestation of life passes into the world of form. Consciousness is the resurrecting power, resurrecting that which man is conscious of being. Man is ever out picturing that which he is conscious of being. This is the truth that makes man free, for man is always self-imprisoned or self-freed. If you, the reader, will give up all your former beliefs in a God apart from yourself and claim God as your awareness of being, as Jesus and the prophets did, you will transform your world with the realization that I and my Father are one. This statement, I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I, seems very confusing. But if interpreted in the light of what we have just said concerning the identity of God, you will find it very revealing. Consciousness, being God, is as Father. The thing that you are conscious of being is the Son, bearing witness of his Father. It is like the conceiver and its conceptions. The conceiver is ever greater than his conceptions, yet ever remains one with his conception. For instance, you are conscious of being man. You are for instance, before you are conscious of being man, you are first conscious of being. Then you become conscious of being man. Yet you remain as conceiver, greater than your conception, man. Jesus discovered this glorious truth and declared himself to be one with God, not a God that man had fashioned, for he never recognized such a God. He said, if any man should ever come saying, look here or look there, believe them not, for the kingdom of God is within you. Heaven is within you. Therefore, when it is recorded that he went unto his Father, it is telling you that he rose in consciousness to the point where he was just conscious of being, thus transcending the limitation of his present conception of himself, called Jesus. In the awareness of being, all things are possible, he said. You shall decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. This is his decreeing, rising in consciousness to the naturalness of being the thing desired, as he expressed it. And I, if I be lifted up, I shall draw all men unto me. If I be lifted up in consciousness to the naturalness of the thing desired, I will draw the manifestation of that desire unto me. For he states, no man comes unto me, save the Father within me draws him, and I and my Father are one. That's kind of confusing. That's not in there, but let me read that again. For he states, I'm assuming he being Jesus, no man comes unto me, save the Father within me draws him, and I and my Father are one. Therefore, consciousness is the Father that is drawing the manifestations of life unto you. You are, at this very moment, drawing into your world that which you are now conscious of being. Now you can see what it is meant by, you must be born again. If you are dissatisfied with your present expression in life, the only way to change it is to take your attention away from that which seems so real to you and rise in consciousness to that which you desire to be. You cannot serve two masters. Therefore, to take your attention from one state of consciousness and place it upon another is to die to one and live to the other. The question, whom do you say that I am, is not addressed to a man called Peter by one called Jesus. This is the eternal question addressed to oneself by one's true being. In other words, whom do you say that you are? For your conviction of yourself Praying, then, is seen to be recognizing yourself to be that which you now desire, rather than its accepting form of petitioning a God that does not exist for that which you now desire. So can't you see why the millions of prayers are not answered? Men pray to a God that does not exist. For instance, to be conscious of being poor and to pray to a God for riches is to be rewarded with that you are conscious of being, which is poverty. Prayers to be successful must be claiming rather than begging. So if you would pray for riches, turn from your picture of poverty by denying the very evidence of your senses and assume the nature of being wealthy. We are told, when you pray, go within in secret and shut the door, and that which your Father sees in secret, with that and that which your Father sees in secret, with that will he reward you openly. We have identified the Father to be the awareness of being. We have also identified the door to be the awareness of being. So shutting the door is shutting out that which I am now aware of being, and claiming myself to be that which I desire to be. The very moment my claim is established to the point of conviction, that moment I begin to draw unto myself the evidence of my claim. Do not question the how of these things appearing, for no man knows that way. That is, no manifestation knows how the things desired will appear. Consciousness is the way or door through which things appear. He said, I am the way, not I, John Smith, am the way, but I am. The awareness of being is the way through which the things shall come. The signs always follow, they never proceed. Things have no reality other than in consciousness. Therefore, get the consciousness first, and the thing is compelled to appear. You are told, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added unto you. Get first the consciousness of the things that you are seeking, and leave the things alone. That is what is meant by ye shall decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. Apply this principle, and you will know what it is to prove me and see. The story of Mary is the story as every man. Mary was not a woman giving birth in some miraculous way to one called Jesus. Mary is the awareness of being that ever remains virgin, no matter how many desires it gives birth to. Right now, look upon yourself as this Virgin Mary, being impregnated by yourself through the medium of desire, becoming one with your desire to the point of embodying or giving birth to your desire. For instance, it is said of Mary, whom you now know to be yourself, that she know not a man, yet she conceived. That is you, John Smith. Have no reason to believe that which you now desire is possible, but having discovered your awareness of being to be God, you make this awareness your husband and conceive a man-child, manifestation, in quotes, of the Lord. For thy Maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Lord of God, of the whole earth shall he be called. Your ideal or ambition is this conception. The first command to her, which is now to yourself, go tell no man. That is, do not discuss your ambitions or desires with another, for the other will only echo your present fears. Alright guys, that was I think that's enough for today. It's about 14 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this passage, and I look forward to posting another passage very soon.